So hello again. We are back for another bit of Cold Steel, Trails of Cold Steel. So let's go to the cathedral. All to the tourists. Sister here came to greet us earlier. She was ever so elegant too. Even the Sisters of Barriahard fit the city's high-class image, it seems. I came to offer my prayers before returning home. This will be the last time I get to do so at such a magnificent cathedral, after all. We people are but ephemeral and powerless. However, we must continue to pray on regardless of this. There are many children in Barriahard who are not as fortunate as others. I wish to provide those children with hope for the future. We of the cathedral carry out charity activities multiple times per month. Tax increases have certainly made things rather difficult here, but I still wish to do what I can for the people. Nice. I've only just noticed recently, but the sister here is ever so graceful. I feel as though I recognize her from somewhere too. Can't say for sure, however, her habit covers much of her head. Oh. Archbishop Hammond has made many appeals to Calbarea in regards to the recent events. He doesn't seem to be willing to lend a ear, however. But it matters worse, he stopped attending mass recently too. Whatever should we do about this? Duke Albaret seems completely unwilling to listen to the people's pleas. Oh, Adius, please guide us through these troubling times. We've been receiving many letters from every church in the Cruzen province ever since the tax increase began. Each and every one of them detailed the negative effects said tax has been having, and how the people are suffering for it. I've also heard talk that Orc's fort is strengthening its armaments too. Perhaps Duke Albarea needs to be reminded that Adius' one desire is for us to be at peace. There have been many unsettling rumors here in the Cruzen province lately. Perhaps Duke Albarea needs to be reminded what Adius' desire. Okay. Now, back to the restaurant. Hello everyone, did you enjoy your meal last night? We are excited to serve Lord Eustace again for the first time in a while. I hope to see you again. And these guys are still here! Surely there must be more important things for us to go and see. Perhaps I should take the time to head into town today. What to do there though? Do I take the time to marvel at the pair of Pegasi in the roof of Duke Albarea's mansion? Or would it be better to have dedicated my time to the ancient waterways that run under the city? I've gotten the hang of the table etiquette rules here now. This really is delicious, if only I could eat like this every day. Well, you've been here for 2 days already. I'm actually planning on taking this chance to propose to her. We've been going out for 4 years now, so yeah, I want to make things official. We're in a high-class restaurant, the mood's nice and romantic. I planned this pretty well, didn't I? Yeah, I guess. Yes, you did. As much as he tries to hide it, Hammond's always worrying about Lord Eustace. He's been watching over him ever since he was a baby, apparently, so it's understandable. Probably considers him to be like his own son. Hammond's too shy to admit that he's always worrying about Eustace. He can't hide it from me, of course. We shall check in with him later. Do you happen to know this commoner's background at all? She comes from a rather healthy family in Heimdall, it seems. They even seem to have connections with Heimdall's local government too. Oh, then all is fine, isn't it? She seems like an appropriate friend for your daughter. Well, that's true, but there are certainly no issues with her background, but I can't help but worry, you see. Wonder whose father this is. You're such a worrywart. Oh well, keep going. I'll open another one for you. The restaurant was the first place to give me the chance to perform for Mira. As you can imagine, I have many fond memories of it. I owe much to the owner for allowing me to do so too. The owner here was first person to take note of my performances. As such, I make it a point to come visit every now and then. That's nice. Nice that people remember their roots. So... Oh, we forgot to talk to the chef. Get the quest. Greetings and welcome. Hello, Hammond. We're here to take up your request, but I'd like to thank you for that delicious meal last night first. It was good. Oh, I'm pleased to hear that. May I ask where Lord Eustace is, though? He was called back to the mansion, I'm afraid. I have plans to meet up with him in the afternoon, however. That's so. Too bad Eustace isn't here, considering this request is from his uncle. Anyway, about your request. Ah, yes, as you read, I would like you to gather some ingredients for me. Are you all currently free? If so, I'll explain the details of what I need. Take up the request. Yes, we can take it up now. Please go ahead and explain. The request mentioned something about making a nostalgic dish. Correct. That dish isn't on our menu, but it's one that I would like you all to try. I assume it's a rather special dish then. There's no doubt about how delicious it will be if you're making it, at least. What kind of dish is it? Perhaps soup is the best way to describe it. I plan on making enough for you all to enjoy, so please look forward to that. How could we not? What is it you need us to gather then? There are two types of ingredients I'd like you to ask you to gather for me. First is globby fat, which can be collected from monsters on the highway. I need 5 of those, to be exact. The other is a herb used by the Deception Church to synthesize medicine, called a healing herb. So 5 piles of globby fat and a healing herb. Where do you get the herb from then? You want to speak to Sister Tatiana at Berahard Cathedral. I'm sure she'll be willing to part with one. Just tell her I sent you. Alright, that sounds easy enough. Shall we start on the task at hand? Yeah, let's head to the cathedral first. Roger. Bite of nostalgia. Here are the types of ingredients. Beef fat. Thank you for your assistance. Wish you luck. Let's go to Sister Tatiana. Why do you went there first? Oh, good day. Is there something you need from me? You must be Sister Tatiana, I assume. Could it trouble you for a healing herb by any chance? Hammond from Sorcier told us that we'd be able to procure some here. Oh, is that so? I see. Would you mind waiting a bit while I prepare one for you? Okay. Here you go. That was easy. We appreciate it, sister. It's an ingredient used for making medicine, isn't it? Isn't it safe to use for food too? Of course, it's a very healthy ingredient when used for food. The only issue is that it's very bitter, so some inventiveness on the part of the chef is required to hide that. I see. Hammond must have some way of doing so then. Kinda interesting on how he does it. Likewise. Same here. Well, thank you again for the help. You're welcome. Your 3 people are do the same. Okay, now probably go this way. Start with the nobles. May is always the best time for one to enjoy fresh new greenery. Oh, I almost feel as though I can hear the breathing as I sit here. Someone just came by on behalf of Duke Barea. Might have new orders for us. I'll have to confirm this later. Excuse me, but what business do you have here? Quit loitering around here and beat it. Okay. No one's here. Master Gordy is currently facing a most perilous situation. Please come by a later date if you wish to meet him. Okay. We'll be leaving now. I shall leave the elves in your care during your absence. As you wish, my lord. Okay. We plan on visiting the cathedral today to offer up our prayers. My children are certainly excited, though. On such an occasion, a measure of more solemnity would not be unwelcome. We're going out today. Yeah, you wanna go horsey riding? One's here. Calm down, Hein. We're all going out to the cathedral, so hurry up and get changed. But I don't wanna. I wanna play. Let me play. I don't wanna. Calm down, Hein. Okay. Hello there. Is Lord Eustace not with you today? Just called back to his home by the Duke? Somewhat worried now. His treatment of Lord Eustace can be rather cruel at times, I've heard. Duke can be rather cruel. I do hope he's okay. Timing of this is rather odd too. That's very unlike the Duke. There's plenty for us to pray for today, such as our family's safety and the prosperity of our land. We plan on having our traditional dinner party afterwards too. I have to make a booking at Sorcière now, and then. There's plenty of us to pray. Okay. So, done with the nobles' quarter. Artisan Street. Hello. Seems like most of the stores here are patronized pretty regularly by the nobles. I could tell, because there were way too many zeros in one of the price tags I checked. Way too many zeros. I've heard plenty about this Artisan Street being full of excellent things to buy, which means that it's my duty as a shopping lover to scope it out. I have to hold my tongue when the nobles are about, but the tax hikes Duke put into effect are really starting to get unreasonable. I always found his son Eustace easy to get along with whenever he stops by Artisan Street. That's probably just because his mom's a commoner. Come to think of it, that Prince Olivert, who seems to be all over the place lately, was once a commoner himself. I suppose it's just as easier to feel an affinity towards those without blue blood. They're more like us. Duke Calvary acting like a tyrant is nothing new, of course. But what can we common folk do about it? My only option is focus on my work and complete it to the highest standard I possibly can. And that's why I want my son to become a fully fledged artisan as soon as possible. My only option is focus on my work and complete it to the highest standard I possibly can. Listed. Many people say they don't understand the Duke's thought process, but I know exactly what he's thinking. The fact is, he's thinking solely of himself. He's sitting there evaluating what's worth to him and what isn't. He's thinking the same thing about Lord Eustace, considering his background. Duke decides everything based on what has worth to him. His son is no exception. He said. Then... okay. Someone I know is coming over to stay tonight. He's always had plenty of stories about other towns. But I've never left Barrier so I always look forward to hearing them. I wonder how long he'll be here for. Hopefully for a while. Go to the guard. The good thing about being placed here is that I can take it easy. Everyone over at Arcus Fort seems so busy with their training and drills. Guess it's not so bad being useless after all. Yes, that's the good part about being useless, I guess. I should be able to get my dress made now. That isn't quite as useless as I initially believed it would seem. Wow. I should be able to get my I gather some mirror from acquaintances to pay for the tailoring expenses. I'm quite a skilled one, if I do say so myself. Gathering up 80,000 mirror in a single night is no easy task, hahaha. Uh, just the thought of paying it all back next month makes me tremble. It really is hard to believe that they can charge this much for simple clothing. However, I never once expected that a life full of debt was waiting for me here of all places. Poor fella. Ducal Beret isn't exactly popular among the people, to be perfectly honest. However, I can't bring myself to think ill of Lord Eustace. His actions and attitudes speak for themselves, but there's also the fact that children seem to be oddly fond of him. You can tell just by looking that Lord Eustace is a good person deep down. Children seem to be oddly fond of him. He's even kind to Arturi, too, so I find it difficult to believe that he isn't a good-natured person. Yeah, he probably is. We make all the clothes sold at Camellia by the station. We've got some stuff here right now that's for them. Thank you for your patronage. Tanya at Camellia's kinda clumsy though. I'm worried about her. Tanya started working at Camellia not that long ago. Kinda worried cause she can be clumsy now and then. Ever since we bumped our price up because of the tax hike, we've had a bunch of nobles complaining. I mean, we could make some low quality stuff with inferior material and sell that cheap, but that ain't our job. We pride ourselves on high quality work, so that ain't something we'll ever stoop to. That won't change either. Doesn't matter what the Duke or our customers say. Sorry, but we bumped our price recently. And it ain't bumping them down until those taxes go back to normal either. Yeah. Them taxes. We're just missing the inn. Oh, one of our regulars is coming over today. Some of the merchants who used to come here stopped due to the tax hike. I'm fairly sure he'll still come along. He's the type of person who always helps when you're in a bind. Whenever he's coming over today. In fact, he should be here any minute now. He's one of my big espresso fans. I wonder who it is. I really have no idea. There are plenty of different areas in the Cruzen province that are owned by a variety of nobles. Each of these areas has its own unique produce, which traveling merchants buy up and carry along to sell elsewhere. It's actually a fun and relaxing job, surprisingly enough. Traveling around the province doing business is kind of fun. The only downside is that you won't really make much mirror from it. Well, I guess you get to wander around. So you get paid to travel, right? Shouldn't be too bad. If you enjoy traveling, that is. So now we're just missing the final street. Station Street. I've heard that commoners seem to be acting out of line in Heimdall these days. Ooh, commoners acting out of line. How deplorable. We nobles are the ones who continue to protect Erebonia's honor and traditions. These commoners will only succeed in bringing ruin to the country. We nobles are the ones who continue, yeah. These commoners acting out of line in Heimdall are beyond deplorable. Yes. A basket of deplorables, right? But Lord Kerrigan, Lady Annabelle is the epitome of a pure and delicate maiden. Which makes me worried that something terrible may have befallen her. Or maybe she's been tricked by some hooligan. If only she would at least send me a letter. I would keep it secret even from her father. I was just worried. Lady Annabelle left the house after a fierce argument with her father. Oh, Hades, please let her be safe. Airships happen to be commonplace in Liberl to the south, with airports being present in almost every city. There are also frequently scheduled flights between them all, leading Liberl to be known as an airship country. Erebonia has a long way to go to match up to that. We only have airports in the provincial capitals and Heimdall itself, after all. Erebonia has quite a long way to go to match up to the Liberal's use of airships. We do have our railroad network to make up for that, however. Yeah, and that's fine. We need to be extra careful while here. Last thing I want is for either of us to upset the nobles. Me and Grandpa came here on a trip. The first time I've seen these nobles. You don't really see them near our place in Heimdall. Oh, the two kids are here again. I plan on reading this book to Ravi since it's popular, but he won't let me read any more of it because there was a scary part in it. Well, we won't be using it anymore, so perhaps you might like it instead. Oh, nice. Lord Eustace really has helped us a lot. We were being bullied by a really scary noble one time, and Eustace came by and saved us. He also gave us advice when Mom and Dad got fired too. He's a really good person. We always owe him so much. Things would have ended up very different if not for Lord Eustace. He's so cool and kind. We always owe him so much. Eustace patted my head because I was a good boy. Hope you see him again soon. Yeah, okay. Well, Lord Rufus' efforts of late have been most impressive. Not only has he been dealing with business within the province, he managed to conduct his affairs in other provinces too. He seems to be negotiating and coordinating with the other provinces in his father's stead. Can't think of another man in the Empire his age who can compare to his ability. I hold great pride in him. It feels as though most news recently has been bad news, but hearing of Lord Rufus' accomplishments is always a joy. I'm looking forward to what he does in the future. It feels as though most news recently has been bad news, but even now, Barriahard remains the center of fashion for nobles. King tailors whip up refined and elegant dresses with little to no effort truly is a sight to behold. I wish to be able to make dresses like that myself one day. Becoming a designer is my dream. I see working at this store as one of the many stepping stones towards making that dream a reality. I plan on cleaning our mansion from top to bottom. I even received permission to do so too. Master is very keen on the idea when I mentioned that the mansion next door is far cleaner than ours. Nobles are always very concerned about appearances. They're always willing to listen should you bring up the mansion next door. Being polite is the best policy when it comes to serving nobles. They'll be much more favorable towards you if you focus on being as polite as possible, rather than showing them goods. That's something I finally learned for myself recently. Speaking of which, how you interact with servants all depends on what sort of family they serve. It takes some experience to be able to tell that, however. Even those of us in Barriahard have been subject to harsh tax increases for a while now. It's far from ideal, that's for sure. It's very cruel too, as we work to our hardest to please the nobles. Seems like more and more people are growing dissatisfied with the Duke. Can't blame them either. Oh my, please keep that a slip of the tongue to yourselves. I dread to think what would happen if one of the nobles heard what I just said. Okay, so second floor. Nobles are said to have originally been knights who rose up to defend their lands. In essence, the nobility and military power will always be closely linked. That's why Duke Albare's right to lead the Cruisin Provincial is so undisputed. Nobles are said to have originally been knights who rose up to defend their lands. That's why Duke Albare's right to lead and strengthen the provincial army is undisputed. Okay. While Duke Albare seems to have little interest in hunting, Lord Rufus seems to have a penchant for it. I've heard that he even took part in a falconry competition in Heimdall, sponsored by Emperor Gent himself. Oh, if only I were from an influential family, then I could have joined them. That's odd. There's a large number of provincial army soldiers around this morning. Got word that something happened over at Oroc's fort yesterday too. Probably safe to bet the two are related. I guess we did the whole rounds, I think. Oh no, we're still missing 3 people at least. There we go. I happened to purchase a sphere tiara just the other day. And of course it was indeed Barryhart's very own sphere. I had it produced in one of the stores on Argent Street even. Speaking of which, have you heard about the rumors about the Crimson Tiara? Sankari seems to have gotten their hands on it. Perhaps they'll make it publicly available? Oh, what an exciting thought. Please just... My lady, may I request that you make today's conversation short? We do have a luncheon to prepare for. Today has been quite a surprise. Never expected to bump into Lady Aslin once again. It didn't even move from there. Pretty sure. We just want to check on the fishing spot here. But I'm not sure if it has replenished or not.
Ooh, this looks like...
I'm never sure how the replenishment goes. So, where is the quest again? Get that from monsters. Okay. Wait. I don't think. Actually, yeah, I might actually go this way. No, it say north, cruising. Let's check here. So the monsters here should give us what we need.
Stay on guard and don't get cocky.
I'll handle it. Target locked.
My turn.
Ooh. They have no CP.
Okay. Yeah.
Leave it to me.
Oh.
My turn.
My turn.
Yeah.
It's my turn. Yeah.
Leave it to me. There's no time to waste.
We've had one, so we need to kill 5 of them. Then we're gonna kill 5, we're gonna save, we're gonna go deliver.
Enemy sighted. Take him out. My turn. Now's our chance.
Yeah.
If you take extra damage from fire.
Okay.
Right. Eat that.
Yeah.
There we go. That should get.
We should be safe now.
We'll be completely safe. Now we can actually abuse the Emma with Machias.
Stay on guard and don't get cocky.
Okay.
And just go full on ATS.
Arcus, activate.
It's my turn.
Good.
My turn.
My turn.
What did you decide to do?
Yeah.
Should have done that.
Let's keep going.
Like hit it a little bit just so it hits Emma's magic hits everyone. So we need what? 3 more? We did. We actually had enough already. That was dumb. They could have just delivered the side quest. And we're going to make sure. Just to make sure that it doesn't become undeliverable. I'm hearing Discord beeping and beeping. Wonder what's up. Hello, Hammond. Hello again. I presume you've collected all the ingredients then. Yep. Everything's here and accounted for. Here you go. Minute over Gobi Fat 5 and Healing Herb. Much obliged. Please make your way over to the table. I'll begin preparing the dish immediately. How was it? I call this dish Deluxe Herb Chowder. It was beyond delicious. I feel a sort of comforting warmth throughout my body after eating it. Wouldn't mind having some of this if I ever caught a cold. Indeed, I almost feel like a bowl of this might cure it outright. I am pleased to hear that. You did mention that this was a rather nostalgic dish. I assume uses had it often? That's correct. It was one of his favorite dishes even. To tell you the truth, the one who created this dish was none other than my sister herself. In other words, Lord Yusa's mother. Oh, I see. Well then, would that make you his uncle? Kind of surprising. Oh, whoops, didn't tell you two about that, did we? My apologies, I was under the impression that you were all aware. Wasn't expecting his mother to be the creator of this dish, though. His mother must have been a skill at cooking if she could think of a dish this delicious. She was indeed. She would even come by to help out here from time to time. First time she made this soup was when Lord Eustace fell ill during his younger years. She went to the church to ask for medicinal herbs. After which she set about inventing a dish that would be both easy for him to digest and enjoyable to eat. Lord Eustace was always at the front of her mind. It really does sound like she cared deeply for him. Yet he lost her 8 years ago. Sounds like he hasn't had such a easy life after all. Someone's thinking about Eustace. Who might that be? Certainly not me. I've probably said too much. I was hoping that Lord Eustace would be here to enjoy this too, but at any rate, I'm happy I could talk to you all about this. We've got to learn a bit more about Eustace, so likewise. Well, that brings my request to an end. Thank you all for your help. There's plenty of soup left over, so feel free to take it with you. Oh, nice. Oh, thank you, sir. Let me give you this as well. It's the recipe for the creamy chowder that this dish was based off. It can be made with more common ingredients. If you have the time, you should try and make it for yourselves. Nice. No recipe. I don't want to make it right now. It was somewhat bad being treated to a delicious meal and then being taught a new recipe. That's very generous of you. This is the least I can do for Lord Yus's friends. Goodbye then. I wish you luck with your future endeavors. There we go. I wish you the best to your remaining business. Please give my regards to Lord Yus's too. Okay, let me just check something. Ooh. Go for the boss. Oh. Okay. Okay, so now we go straight for the boss. And you can expect 50 more tomorrow. There it is. Looks as strong as yesterday's. That means we'll really need to be careful considering Yuz isn't with us today. I mean, I'm ashamed of what happened yesterday. I know we've had our share of differences, but well, he's embarrassed. Quiet! P, I'm trying to... I cause problems for everyone too. My injuries were a result of my own carelessness. Hopefully by giving this fight everything we've got, we can make it up for this whole mess. Together. I'm counting on you, Machias. I won't let you down.
Okay. Yeah.
Leave it.
Okay. This one's dangerous. Stay on your toes. My turn. Arcus, activate.
Go. All right, let's do this. Leave it to me. Leave it to me.
It's my turn. I'll handle it.
Here, more speed.
Too slow.
Should have known I should have dragged it a bit back.
Yeah.
Almost got them all.
Leave it to me.
Now we get rid of the small fry.
That's that.
There we go. I still need to do a battle scope on this dude.
Go.
125.
Leave it to me. Hang in there, everyone.
Thank you very much.
That's gonna hurt
Here we
you.
go. All right, let's do this. All right,
Yeah, 2k is a good amount of damage.
I'll handle it.
Damage is yes, equal.
no way.
My turn. Arcus activate.
Let's try like this.
Go.
Right. Weird. I always forget about Impassion. How much does
Arcus
damage will this do though?
Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't cover Reen. Damn it. That's fine.
Hang in there, everyone.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Oh, it fainted. Nice.
Now.
That's
Let's
cheap.
keep going. Wow.
Here. Wonder what that does. We won! We sure did, and in doing so I believe we successfully redeemed ourselves for yesterday. Good work, everyone. Suppose that gets a pass. I'm sorry, everyone. I've been dragging you all down. Especially you, Reen. I owe you double the apology. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. It's alright, Machias. Don't worry about it. I just answered you honestly from the start. All of this could have been avoided. If anything, I should be the one apologizing. I'm sorry for misleading you. Oh, no! Anyway, it's all in the past now. I'm glad to have you on our group, Machias. Same to you. And I'm glad the two of you are finally able to make up. Ah, youth. The youngest says that. I don't make fun of us. So as long as we're on a roll here, why not use this chance to make up with uses too? What? She could just be more honest with another. I'm sure even combat links wouldn't be out of the... Not a chance. My behavior toward you was wrong, and I fully admit that. But uses is a whole different story. He and I are fundamentally incompatible, and nothing any of you do can change that. I guess getting those two to accept one another is still a long ways off. Well, we should probably head back to town, don't you think? Yes, that sounds like a good idea. You should be back soon too. I'm hungry. Fine, let's go. Okay, so let's save. Run, Forrest, run! I'm expecting something to happen. Hold it right there! The Provincial Army? You're those students from Thor's military academy, aren't you? The ones who've come for a field study? Yes, that's us. Got some kind of problem? He's a perfect match for the photo. How convenient for us. Huh? Huh? What are you doing? First year student Machias Ragnitz, correct? You're under arrest. Don't try to resist if you know what's good for you. What? What's going on? Wait, that's be some kind of mistake. On what grounds are you arresting him? A number of charges have been filed, but the most egregious is an accusation of trespassing into Orok's fort yesterday afternoon. Wait, do you mean? When you saw that silver object? You can't be serious. I was near the fort at the time the intrusion occurred, certainly. But I was there with my classmates. You aren't going to believe their testimony, then why am I the only one under suspicion? Every one of us here can vouch for him. And not just us, Yusuf Alborea was with us at the time, and can personally verify that what Machias is saying is true. Huh, you'll have to do better than that. We're outnumbered. All you need to know is that this boy is a person of interest, and we have the right to take him in for questioning. There's no point in fighting it. You're coming with us whether you like it or not. This bullshit again. Oh man. Looks like she was right on the mark. Oh. Glad I came here from Lulgaram for this. But the question is, what's the best way to handle this situation? I know who this guy is. I can't remember his name though. Get in there. Oof. Don't worry, do as you're told and you won't be hurt. If you're found to be innocent, we'll let you out. Eventually. Damn it. How could I have been so careless? Seeing Dad's positions, I should have known this could happen. Yep. That's the only reason that's happening. As I keep telling you, Machias couldn't possibly have committed the crimes he's accused of. He's been with us ever since we arrived at Barrehard yesterday afternoon. He's never left our side. So if you really believe he was responsible, shouldn't you be arresting us as well? You're wasting your breath. Machias Ragnitz will be kept in our custody until he's been cleared of all charges against him. We've already contacted the academy to inform them of this. You kids should just focus on your field study or whatever it is you're here for, and let due process take its course. It's not a political maneuver or anything. No, nothing of that. Unbelievable. Oh, and one more thing. Yezid's business at the Duke's estate will take longer than expected to complete. I'm afraid he will be unable to rejoin you. Of course. That can't... Did it come from Yusuf himself? Couldn't tell you. I'm just relaying the message given to me by the Alborea household. And don't even think of trying to go to the mansion to see him. You won't even get past the front gate. Betting they've had this whole thing planned out since yesterday. Which means the reason Yusuf got called away is because they knew that if he were here, he may have been able to prevent the Machias arrest. I assume that's what you were going to say anyway. Makes sense. He was probably called home to keep him from interfering. Almost certainly, I'd say. It's past noon already, we should head back to the hotel. Yusuf hadn't left a message for us. We're going to need to start thinking about other ways to handle this. I'm terribly sorry. Wednesday insisted on conducting a precautionary search as part of their investigation. I believe they'll be leaving by this evening, but I'm afraid that's all I know. I see. We're very sorry for the trouble. I think we should go. Okay. Yes, I agree. Should be able to talk with the dude. Received Earth Bell as a reward. After all, Reen and the others decided to dine at the restaurant they visited the previous day. However, the soldiers were there as well. Uncertain of what to do and where to go, they eventually settled on planning their next move at a bar in Artisan Street. So, Alouette Inn. Oh. So, in all likelihood, the reason Macias was arrested has nothing to do with the incident at the fort yesterday. They just wanted him because his father is the Imperial Governor, a key figure in the reformist faction. Basically, they wanted a hostage so they could have an advantage in future negotiations. Pretty much. That does seem to be the most plausible explanation. They wouldn't hurt him or anything though, would they? I wouldn't be so sure. Tensions are high on both sides. Worst case scenario, they might use the threat of violence to get what they want. That's awful. This may well fall under the scope of our field study though. Maybe risky, but how about we try to do something about this situation ourselves? I think we should. We can't just abandon him. Man, thank you both. I think our best bet here is to track down Ulysses. There's no way he could possibly have been in favor of arresting Macias. Yes, I agree. This had to have been a decision made by Duke Albaret himself. He's locked up at home. Maybe his brother would help us? Rufus? He did have a pleasant demeanor when he was speaking with Macias yesterday, so he just might. But he said he had business to take care of in the capital, and there's no telling when he'll be back from that. So I don't think we can count on him, unfortunately. Got it. Then our only option is to break him out ourselves. Pretty much. That's a little excessive. Think about it. We have a perfect chance to bust him out while he's still at the guardhouse. But if they take him to the fort, we lose that chance and we won't get another. Well, can't argue with that at least. Alright, let's give it a try. Okay, if you're sure. We need to be as covered as possible though. If we get caught, it has to be after Macias is out safely. If it's before that, there's no way we can talk our way out of this. But the charges against him are obviously false, so if we can get him out safely, they'll be very limited in what they can do to retaliate. Yeah, and the Provisional Army isn't going to want to do anything that will hurt their image either. If we can manage to get out of Barrierhard, we're more or less home free. So, no smoke grenades then. Smoke grenades? You don't carry those around with you, do you? What fair medic doesn't? I love Fee. I don't even know where to begin listing what's wrong with that statement. Hey, Master? What are monsters in the underground utterly like these days? Oh? There's been there 3 months or so. Since you last went down there, huh? Guessing the place probably crawling with them again by now. I'm sure not going down to check. It seems pretty obvious that the Provincial Army's got no interest in taking care of them. How could they even sleep at night knowing their beautiful city got nasty monsters crawling around underneath it? I'd go take care of them myself if someone put a request in. Well, if I hear anything of the sort, I'll send a message over to Legram and let you know. Sure, it make you some good scratch. This translation seems weird. Here's to that, Master. Alright, I'd better get going. Looking forward to dropping by for another of your espressos sometime. Sure, I'll see you on the way back, if you can make it. Hey, that's the next quest target. Huh, don't see many people dressed like that around here. Those are some fancy red uniforms. You guys students or something? Oh yes, sir, we are. We're from Thor's Military Academy in Trista. We were sent here for a field study as part of our curriculum. Thor's, huh? Pretty fancy place, ain't it? I've got no idea what they've got you doing for your field study, but good luck. Berryhard's a pretty nice city, but it's not without its fair share of problems. Go waterways. Excuse me. You know that blonde-haired man who just left? Oh, Toval. Sure, he's a bracer. A bracer? Huh. Haven't seen a bracer in a long time. Probably because there just aren't that many around anymore. Yeah, there used to be a guild branch here in Berryhard, but it's been closed for a couple of years now. Toval just comes up by train from the Legram branch every so often. Really? By the way, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but I thought I overheard you saying something about monsters in an underground waterway. Oh, that? Yeah, there's a huge network of waterways beneath the city. Been there for a long time now. And it's chock full of monsters. When the guild still had a branch here, the bracers would clear them out. But nowadays, nobody goes near it, and the waterway is just sort of stagnating under the provincial army's control. Because they're too proud to trouble themselves with fighting monsters, of course. How much ground does the waterway cover? Supposedly all the way from east side of the city to the west. So from the station to somewhere under the noble district, I guess. Heard a rumor a while back that it even goes under the Duke's mansion. But that's probably just one of those urban legends. Guess we know what to do now. That was a well-timed clue. Yeah, an underground waterway built in the Middle Ages that extends all the way to the Noble District. Almost too perfect. Seems likely it's connected to the provincial army's guardhouse where Maki is being held too. The guardhouse itself was probably built in the Middle Ages too, so that would stand to reason. If you use the waterway, you may be able to rescue him without being discovered. Maybe. Alright, let's give it a shot. I'm guessing that door on the far edge of the station street is the entrance to the waterway. I would think so. There must have been some sort of entrance for the bracers to get inside and exterminate the monsters after all. Roger that. Alright, so we are gonna finish this video here because it's nearly 1 hour and I'm guessing the waterways is gonna take quite a while to get through. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Alright? Bye bye.